Well, everybody might have heard about the NorthEast gas grid projects, or in common terms, if we say the laying of the pipeline, the gas networks in entire northeastern region. So today we have with us with Business Northeast, Mr. Subrata Das, the CEO of the IGGL, the company behind this missionary project, Northeast Gas Grid. So let's hear out from him what he has to say about the progress rate and how it's going to add to the development of the entire region. So to first begin with the conversation, Mr. Das, can you just give a gist of the whole Northeast Gas Grid project?
Good afternoon, Pankhi. Actually, you have rightly told in the beginning itself, it is a national importance project. Okay. Why it is a national importance? There are many factors out of that. You see, gas is the energy is the basic requirement for a development of any areas. Now, and in years to come, clean energy will be very important. Availability of clean energy. Fossil fuel days are slowly up to 2024 maybe the maximum. After that, we will see a decline in the use of fossil fuel. So this area will require in days to come a more cleaner fuel.
Yeah.
So what is it? It is one of them is NG, natural gas. So this project, what is doing? There is a Urja Ganga main pipeline is there, which is running from Gujarat to Barauni and from Orissa again to Barauni. It is crisscrossing the whole country, making NG available in all the states of India other than Northeast. So Government of India under the Vision 2030, Northeast Vision 2030, they have taken a very ambitious project of laying a pipeline, natural gas pipeline, connecting all the capital city of Northeast, capital town of Northeast and other major sources as well as customer. So that's what the IGGL came into form, where five PACs they joined together of equal shareholder, and they have formed IGGL. So IGGL, basic purpose of IGGL is to connect to the national grid and bring natural gas to all the major town of Northeast, so that the ambitious project of Government of India in achieving this energy mixture or increasing the energy mixture of natural gas from present 7% to 15% can be achieved by 2030. So IGGL is fulfilling that.
So, Mr. Das, I would like to know about the progress rate of this Northeast Gas Grid project.
Yeah. So the gas grid can be divided into three phases: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1 starts from Baihata near Guwahati, and it ends in near Dimapur. Now this sector we will be commissioning in the December up from Baihata to Numaligarh will be this sector we will be commissioning in the month of December. We are planning, and then another part of this line is going to Itanagar. So that will be another important step, because ultimately NG will be reaching a state capital of Itanagar. So there our target is by March 2025 we will be able to reach NG in Itanagar. And so this is what I am talking about phase 1. Phase 2, phase 1 is more or less it is in plain land. If you see, small portion is in Itanagar. Otherwise, it is laid in the plain plain terrain is there. Now phase 2 is a hilly terrain from Guwahati to Silchar via Shillong, and from the from Silchar, it is again going to Agartala through this Panisagar. Then it is connecting to different ONGC oil India sources there. That is terrain is a little bit hilly terrain is there. This challenge is there. So that requires more time, and we are commissioning in March 2026. The third phase is the pipeline from Dimapur onward to Kohima and Imphal. This is and from Siliguri to Gangtok. So that is the third phase and the most challenging, most toughest. Till now, we could achieve a very little progress there. But hopefully that also we are working out, and some technical challenges are there. But that also we have taken a target that by March 2027 we will be able to complete the whole project. So this is the timeline. And progress wise, if you see, our physical progress till date is 83.83% against a schedule of 88.43. So we are quite good, doing well.
Quite close.
Yeah. And this actual expenditure wise, we are almost 59% against a target of around 62-63%. So we are very close to the target. So we are, you can say that the project is progressing as per the schedule. However, phase 3 will always be a challenge, because you see this Gangtok area, no, there is a heavy landslides area. So laying a pipeline will be a challenge. Let's see.
So, as you were speaking of the challenges, the terrain, uh, of course, you have gone through a lot of the challenges, you have overcome those challenges. Why don't you just put out the what about the measures taken by the IGGL to mitigate those issues?
Yeah, it's a good question. If you see this DFR, the detailed feasibility report, is very important. So when you prepare a DFR, you consider all these challenges in the beginning itself. So it is like, if you laid the foundation of any building very strong, so the building will stand. So similarly, the DFR of this project has been prepared by one of the stakeholder. So they have done their job, and all the precaution that is required, like the metallurgy of the pipeline, suppose it is a different terrain, like crossing Brahmaputra, then crossing Barak and other this rivers, major rivers. Then there's a technology is there called HDD. So there, with this, we can cross a big river like Brahmaputra, and the pipeline will be quite safe there. So all this precaution has been taken. However, IGGL has taken some all proactive measures, that laying is one thing, but operating it and maintaining it is more challenging. Once you lay the pipeline, you have to maintain it properly, and it has to be operational. So all these modern gadgets, technologies, like a leak detection system, then cathodic protection, all has been incorporated in this pipeline, and the whole pipeline will be monitored through a SCADA. So from sitting in the control room, I'll be able to close and open up all type of valves, and I'll be able to monitor a smallest leak in the pipeline, and I'll be, through this technology, I'll be able to also pinpoint exactly in which place of the pipeline the gas leakage has happened. So these are the safety precaution that has been built in the system.
These we can call as a technological advancement as well.
Yes. So this particular project has, because it is the latest, so all the technology that is available, they have incorporated to mitigate the challenges of laying the pipeline in a very difficult terrain. So while the execution of the project will be tough, but I see the operational and maintaining the pipeline will not be difficult because of adoption of this advanced technology.
So apart from this, any other technological you have technological terms you have incorporated into the project regarding the maintenance and everything, regarding execution of the project?
Yeah, this we have hired. We have engaged a PMC, project monitoring this consultant, Macon. So they are also designing, and they are verifying, and they are monitoring the whole project, so that if any technical requirement is there, it is being provided by them. And another this if you are talking about challenges, as I have told that phase 3 is the main challenges, and especially in Gangtok area, we are also thinking of in case we are not in a position to lay a pipeline there, a physical pipeline there, we are thinking of a virtual pipeline sort of a thing. So a virtual pipeline is like, if there is a gap between suppose this is Siliguri and this is Gangtok, and I could lay pipeline from Siliguri to some extent and from Gangtok to also some extent, but in between I am not able to lay the pipeline. So there, a virtual pipeline means I will be able to transport this small portion through by road, by engaging either this special tankers who can carry NG from one point to the other. So by this way is also a way by which we will be able to overcome the hindrance that is present in phase 3 area.
So we have also heard about the measures taken by the IGGL for the workers who are working for the the pipeline, the safety of the workers. If I put it right away, so any special measures taken for the safety of those workers who are working there for the pipelines?
Yeah, regarding the safety, this measures that we have taken. So every morning before the start of job, there is a thing called toolbox stop, where the supervisor there, he will deliver a safety talk to the workers, that explaining the different topic of safety, like using a safety harness during any job at a height. Similarly, another very important thing that is taken care of or being monitored on a very close basis, the use of personal protective equipments like helmet, safety shoe, and even the welders, they have to use goggles, protective goggles for welding. So these are the few safety measures that is taken. And of course, the safety, if you say, we have a fire officers also, safety officers, and he goes to all this location periodically, and he reviews. And any shortcoming, if he observes, immediately he takes action against that, or a preventive action is taken, so that in this location there is no accident, or if any near misses are also there, it is being monitored and action is taken for correction, so that major accident doesn't take place.
Can you put out the data, like how much has been exhausted in this project from the total investment the central ministry has done?
Yeah, of course. The total project cost is rupees 9,267 crores. 60% of this is funded by Government of India under BGF. So it is coming 5,559,000 crores. So it is being this funded by Government of India. Balance 40% is being funded by two part of that. 70% is funded by loan, and balance 30% is being funded by the shareholders. So that is the whole thing. Out of that, till now, our total expenditure now is around 5,479 crores.
So this is the execution part,
This
right?
is the execution part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any additional funds that will be released for the maintenance later on?
Actually, this I'll tell you. I'll divide this question into two parts. One is that IGGL will be commissioning part of the pipeline. So we are yet to generate any revenues from the inside company. So there is internally there is no revenue generation. However, so when there is revenue generation, we will be able to fund our all our internal expenditures. So till then, till we generate our own revenue, so there, of course, there will be some revenue expenditure, no?
Yeah.
So this year we are projecting a revenue expenditure of 42 crore. So this funding will be done by our shareholders. This 42 crores will be provided by our shareholders in equal proportion. 5 shareholders they will be providing in equal proportion. Subsequently, I don't foresee any revenue expenditure to be funded by our shareholders. We will be able to generate sufficient fund to take care of this revenue, and of course, there will be some additional profit after paying tax.
So who are the shareholders for this project?
Yeah. So IGGL has been formed, as I have told, by contribution from three major well companies in India. 20% is IOC, 20% is GAIL, 20% is ONGC. These are all Maharatnas, as well as Oil India 20%. They are also Maharatna, and one Navaratna is NRL, my parent company.
So Northeast Gas Grid project is also in line with the hydrocarbon vision. So how do you foresee this? How it will affect what's the impact here in our regional economy? How do you foresee it? Like the overall, your opinion?
Yeah, the formation, as I have told, future energy is natural gas. So making natural gas available in Northeast is very important for the development of industry. One of the prime industry which will be requiring natural gas is Numaligarh refinery. Numaligarh refinery is expanding from present 3 million metric ton capacity to 9 million metric ton. So they will be requiring additional NG. So one of the major customer whom we are connecting is the Numaligarh refinery. So similarly, all the other industries, they many of them are based on like BCPL, Brahmaputra crackers. They will also require natural gas. They are in polymer.
Polymers.
So polymers they also require natural gas. It is a combination of natural gas as well as naphtha they require as a raw material. So in coming days, this natural gas gives a flexibility that once it is connected to the natural gas, so why it is very important, I'll tell you two things. One is in case there are sources inside Northeast, so these sources they can supply to these customers. However, there are there will be some period when these refineries or BCPL or NRL will go on shutdown, when their requirement of gas will not be there. Periodical maintenance, shutdown for some other reason. So if those sources are connected to Northeast gas grid, so this gas need not be flared up. So they will be, otherwise they are now burned, flared and burned, and it is a national wastage. However, if it is connected to Northeast gas grid, it can be pumped to the national grid. So, in the way, this national gas grid connecting Northeast gas grid to national gas grid and all the sources is a big step, so that there is no wastage of this NG, natural gas, which is otherwise being flared by many of the sources at present moment. So if you see, if I am putting it in two words, one is that the customer who require gas will get NG through this Northeast gas grid, as well as some excess gas which is available in all the time will be pumped to national gas grid, as well as there will be some occasions when uh, because of maintenance or shutdown of the major customers like Numaligar or BCPL, this excess gas that is available will also be pumped to the national grid, saving lots of foreign exchange for India. Because
So that we
otherwise,
can put it as the adding to the regional economy.
regional as well as national economy, because otherwise this NG we are another this India is importing NG. So if we add a small drop, that is a saving to the government exchequer.
So do you think in the future we can be the major exporter also?
Yeah, at present we import around 60% of our natural gas we import, but you never know. India may become self-sufficient in NG, and in phase 4 and phase 5, uh, IGGL has a very ambitious plan of extending this pipeline to Bhutan and to Myanmar. So, in days to come, I can proudly say that we are also exporting gas and earning foreign exchange for India.
So you have plans to go to the neighboring countries as well.
Yeah,
This way, the trade will become more easier.
yes. So why? Because these countries, Myanmar and Bhutan, is very close. Its proximity is very close to this Assam, and particularly this Myanmar is very close to Manipur. So once we go to Manipur, extending by another 100 kilometers, we will be reaching Myanmar. Similarly, Bhutan also, we will be able to reach Sandrup, Jhankar, and Phunsoling and other areas where the distance is hardly anything. So the extending the pipeline in future is actually expanding our market in days to come.
And how do you see this project helping in terms of the employment generation, local employment?
Two phases there. Again, my answer I will divide it into two parts. One is that direct employment generation. So this pipeline, we will be employing uh, officers as well as this non-management staff for under the role of payroll of IGGL for daily operation and maintenance of this pipeline. So this is one part. So this will of course generate this employment opportunity in Northeast. Beside that, there will be many auxiliary unit like that, like there will be housekeeping maintenance, security contract. So many contracts will be there, which need to be lined up for maintaining and operation of this pipeline. So there also will be engaging manpower. Thirdly, once we lay this pipeline, so as I have told, that we will be laying the main trunk of the tree, and the CGD, city gas distribution, they will be connect. They are like the branches and leaves. So they will be laying pipeline in that city. So once we bring the gas to Northeast, this company will flourish and connecting all the household. So they are the secondary unit of us who will be generating revenues as well. So ultimately, directly also IGGL will generate employment, and it will help in generating employment by the CGDs.
So you started the conversation of CGD, the city gas distribution here, and if I say as the resident of the state, like there has been the issues like the roads been already under they are already been in the under construction, yet they've been digged for the pipelines here, and look, the residents here are in complaints like there have been constant digging going on. So, how IGGL is looking after that issue? Is there any plan to solve this and let the residents think
Yeah.
like it's in their advantageous form?
So, if you take my previous question answer, so IGGL is the branch of, or it is a trunk of the tree. It's a trunk. So, our pipeline, if you see, we are laying the main pipeline that is from Baihata to Numaligarh. Through either it is laid through a cross-country pipeline, not connecting any, it's not passing through any major town or cities, or through ROU, means right of way, we are laying through national highway. So our destruction of activity, when cutting and laying pipeline is limited to the paddy fields, highways. So we are not really entering city. So if any uh, inconvenience in being caused to the city dwellers is because of the secondary unit that will be coming up. They are called the CGDs, na? City gas distribution. They are laying the pipeline in city, so they are connect. They will be getting connected to our main pipeline, and they are laying the city. So small pipeline that is being laid inside the city are mainly through these CGDs. So CGDs, they will be the correct person to answer how it will be resolved. But I see that they are also acting very or taking all preventive measures, and to see that minimum inconvenience is caused to the people as general.
So it will be a rural-based gas-based economy, if we say, since IGGL is for the rural areas rather than for the city.
Uh, Actually, I didn't mean that. IGGL is laying it pipeline because it is a cross country pipeline. So cross country pipeline, because Baihata, if I connect Baihata to Numaligarh, so I will be laying the pipeline through areas where I will be disturbing less number of people. So what I do, I either travel through the national highway, the side of the national highway, or through I acquire land. Uh, uh, it is called right of way in the paddy field. So we are not actually supplying gas to the to the rural economy. However, we are laying the pipeline through villages, and so that there is least disturbance to the population while laying the pipeline.
Okay. And in between that, the land allocated for the pipelines, how those are being allocated, and what role does government plays into that, and how the
Absolutely, absolutely.
people living in that area respond into that.
Absolutely, it is very actually success of the most difficult part of laying a pipeline, whether it is a NG pipeline or a POL pipeline, is the ROU, right of use, that is been acquired. So acquisition process, it is a well defined process is there, and we are getting lot of assistance from the government of India agencies as well as state agencies. As you know, this project is funded 60% by government of India, So they take review, and we always inform them about the hindrance in the project. If we are not getting any land, either for putting up a sectional valve station or intermediate peaking station, so they directly interact with the uh, principal secretary or very DC, district magistrate, or the competent authority, and they try to solve this problem. That's why if you see our progress of IGGL is very good. We could achieve almost 83% of progress. Yeah. So this is because of the active help we are getting from both Government of India agencies like Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gases, as well as all the state governments, especially Government of Assam, where we are laying our major pipeline. So uh, Mr. Alam, he has helped us a lot in solving most of our problem, and that's why we will be able to commission the phase 1 pipeline in Assam in December 2024.
So right now, which phase is going on of this project? Which phase of this project is going on?
So as I have told, phase 1 is almost complete. Now our commissioning team, they are in the ground. So they are doing the final checking, and then there are few more formalities are there, like there are some statutory organization, PESO, who gives the final license before operating the pipeline. So we have to, there is a checklist. So we have to carry out a checklisting and see that our system is ready. Once our system is ready, safety point of view, so then we'll intimate PESO Guwahati, PESO Kolkata, as well as Nagpur. So the officials from there, they will come, they will inspect, and they will see the readiness of our pipeline for commissioning. Once they're satisfied and we reply to all their query, then they will issue the license, and then we'll be commissioning the phase 1 part of the pipeline. So this is one part. Yeah. Second part is the phase 2. Of course, while we are commissioning the phase 1, we have to prepare for the phase 2 also. So phase 2 also, there are many bottlenecks are there. So my main challenge is commissioning first phase by December, part of up to Numaligarh. Then by March, the balance part of it, that is Itanagar portion and Dergaon to Dimapur portion. Once I do that by March, simultaneously I have to also ensure that the phase 2, what are the bottleneck in the there are a few bottlenecks are there also, like land ROU. Some of the ROU we have yet to get. Some of the land where I will be putting up SB stations, they are still not freely or free. They are not still being registered under IGGL. So removing this bottleneck is one of the major this milestone I have. So once those these obstacles or hurdles are removed, I think by March 2026 we will be able to commission phase 2. So these are the two major things, and of course I have not talked about one important project for my future is connecting Duliajan with Duliajan is also a 3.5 million gas we will be getting um, uh, from Duliajan. Oil and other fields are there. So that will be connecting to IGGL in by March 2027. So that is a major step for making IGGL self-sufficient. We have once it is connected, then our present throughput, like it is 4.7, it will directly. We are hopeful that we will be able to transport more than 7 million metric unit of gas per day.
And right now, about the pipelines which you are already laying, which is just undergoing. So, what's the capacity? Like, how much it will produce?
This is mainly we are a transporter. If you see, we are laying a pipeline. Sources are there. They will be transporting the gas through our pipeline, and we will be earning revenue.
Yeah.
The capacity, there is another agency called PNGRB. So PNGRB, they give the authorization for laying the pipeline, for laying, building and operating a pipeline. The authorization is given by PNGRB. So as present moment, this pipeline authorization we have got is 4.75. 4.75 we can transport through this pipeline. So that is the capacity. However, this pipeline is designed for carrying 9. So even when we connect Duliajan also, another 3.5, we'll be able to transport through this pipeline.
Mr. Das, I would like to ask you about the natural calamities here, like the earthquake, the flood. Will it have any impact on the pipelines?
I think I have a little bit touched on this point that when the pipeline has been designed, no? So when we design a pipeline, all this thing has been taken care of. Like we see the seismic data also. We see the mainly when we lay pipeline, the pipeline is laid either through a river or it is buried underground.
Yeah.
So the major factors here are the seismic activity, landslide, then earthquakes, etc. So while designing, all this has been taken care. What is the maximum earthquake Richter scale was there, and design has been made accordingly, so that the pipeline doesn't have any impact. And when we lay pipeline through hilly area, we also ensure that that the pipeline is laid on the hillside and not in the valley side. So generally, what happens if a landslide is there? Mainly, the impact is on the valley side. No?
Yeah.
The road in the hillside is most of the time it is protected. So those are the precaution we are taking to ensure that our pipeline is operates uninterrupted even during these bad weathers. And
Mr. Das, any future plans from IGGL we can expect to enhance the connectivity of the entire northeastern region and how the gas economy will be developed?
yeah, so mainly IGGL, as I have told it, it is connecting all the major capital of Northeast as well as Gangtok. So once the gas is available, so it will help the economy to develop by making the cleaner fuel available in Northeast. Beside that, there is a phase 4 also, where Duliajan will be connected to phase 3 is there, where Duliajan will also get connected to our pipeline. National gauge is 3.5. So this is there. Third is that we are discussing with all the sources, private, ONGC, Oil India. All these sources, we have signed either a hookup agreement with them, or we have signed a confirm farm agreement with them, so that all these sources, which are either they are supplying power, they are not fully able to utilize their capacity. They will, once they get connected, they will be able to increase their capacity, as well as there will be no flaring. So that is the major contribution which IGGL will play in the providing economy by ensuring that there is no loss of natural gas by flaring because of not able to transport it to the national grid. And of course, this will also generate, as I have told, generate lot of employment in this region.
That's great to hear, Mr. Das.
Yeah.
Additionally, anything you would like to put up?
Yeah. I will like to say few of the very important features of this pipeline. Otherwise, I'll not be doing justice. Is that the Brahmaputra crossing? No? The Brahmaputra, we have to cross Brahmaputra. We are doing it in Majuli. So we are doing it as a HDD technology. It is 5.7 kilometer of 24-inch dia. So this is largest in Asia because we are crossing river Brahmaputra. So this 5.7, this is the largest in Asia HDD, and this is the second largest in the world. So the challenge, you understand, no? Yeah. It was very challenging, and IGGL is successfully executing this and overcoming this difficulty. Second is, beside that, there are other major rivers are there. Mm-hmm. Three large rivers, Jia Bharali, Subansari are also there, where also we are doing this HDD. Yeah. So we are using this technology to overcome these hurdles. Two important this channel we are using to overcome this hurdle. One is, of course, the technology. Second is the assistance from Government of India, from MOPNG through their monitoring cell. Mm-hmm. They continuously take a review, and they directly discuss to the state officials for releasing land, for releasing ROU, all these things. And there is a portal, PM Gati Shakti, where we upload all these hurdles, and it is a very good platform by which it is being reviewed by competent authority. Mm-hmm. And they immediately take up with the state government in resolving the issues. And this PM Gati Shakti also helps because in PM Gati Shakti, in this portal, all the pipelines are available. If I am laying a pipeline, it is also mapped in the PM Gati Shakti. Whoever has any proposal, existing, future pipelines, everything is mapped. So, and not only the pipeline, even the roads, railway track, rivers, everything is available in the portal. Mm-hmm. So, while I will be laying a pipeline, even though I do a physical, before doing the physical identification of the route for laying a pipeline, mm-hmm. I can use PM Gati Shakti to carry out my initial feasibility study. So, which is the best way to lay pipeline? So, which will be the shortest route and the most safest route? And you can verify it also through PM Gati Shakti. So, PM Gati Shakti is indeed a very
it gives all the detailed route for the detailed route, any kind of network.
All facility, all infrastructure facilities, they are available in the PM Gati Shakti. I think people should be aware of that, and they should be using this portal more frequently, so and take benefit of it.
So here we would like to end today's conversation, Mr. Das. It was indeed an insightful conversation today, knowing about more about this project and how this is going to be executed to its final stage and how it will be maintained further. Thank you for joining Business Northeast, Mr. Subrata Das.
It was my pleasure also talking to you. Thank you, Pankhi.